How's it going, everybody? A few people have asked me why my voice has sounded so deep on the morning voicemail show the last couple of times, and the truth is something went haywire with my system, and I have no idea what the hell was going on.
Derek then proceeded to rebuild the entire voicemail show in an effort to fix his voice and to thwart the copyright overlords.
So here I am with my normal-sounding voice, ready to take voicemails, try to contain your excitement.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, Derek. This is Booker, and I'm chirping in on the Juan Soto situation with Hal Steinbrenner. I believe Hal Steinbrenner said what he said was a message to the other owners. No one wants to build a Ohtani contract because the salaries are getting out of line, and to add Soto would be the same thing. I think it's a subtle form of collusion going on.
How's it going, Booker? Thanks for the call. I've heard a lot of different opinions as to why Hal Steinbrenner said what he said about the Yankees not being able to financially sustain their current $300 million payroll. I think it was a message, like you said, to the other owners, but to the sport at large, and to the agents and to the players that, hey, we don't want to pay for the privilege of paying Juan Soto. In other words, the luxury tax. He is saying, and he referenced the luxury tax specifically, why should we give out these massive contracts when a lot of it is going to just go to the other owners? That is not something that he likes to do. That is not something that the Yankees or any other big market team feels is appropriate. You shouldn't have to pay your revenue to these other owners who are not investing in their team. And that's the perspective of Hal Steinbrenner, and I believe that's why he said what he said. Could they afford to sign Juan Soto? Of course they could. I mean, they make so much money. They make money hand over fist. Ken Rosenthal had a video, probably a week ago, where he challenged Hal Steinbrenner to open his books, and he won't do it. Hal Steinbrenner will not do it. He will not tell people how much money the Yankees make, but the last estimate I heard is that they make about $800 million a year in profit. That's profit, not just revenue. So that's jersey sales, that's concessions, that's tickets, that's TV revenue. It could even be more than that. Who knows? They've got some overseas investments in like some soccer teams and things like that. Believe me when I tell you, Hal Steinbrenner is not hurting for money.
Good morning, Derek. It's your boy Simon calling from New Hampshire in Bella Vista. How are you? Oh, I'm so excited. My gift from God, Aaron Judge, is unstoppable. 2 home runs. I'm telling you, before the season is over, Derek, you mark my words, Judge is going to hit 50 home runs.
Think about it this way, Simon. In Aaron Judge's slumpiest of slumps, in April, he hit 6 home runs. That's a 36 home run pace. Now, you look at what he did in May, he hit 14 home runs. That's roughly an 80 home run pace. I think he's going to blow right past 50 if he stays healthy. And there's no longer any question about whether or not his toe is healthy. All of the health concerns are gone. I'd say as long as he doesn't pull any muscles like a hamstring or an oblique or a calf or a groin and just stays in there, I think as the summer heats up and Aaron Judge continues to swing the bat well, that you're going to see him blow right past 50. 55 to 56 home runs for me is what I would, circle as the probable, most likely outcome for Aaron Judge's season. But he really could hit 60 plus again. He's that type of hitter. We've seen him just go on these incredible streaks, and the fact that he's doing it early in the season, he did it in September his rookie year, but the fact that he's doing it now early in the season, if he can continue to stretch this out for a while, sky's the limit. He has unlocked whatever Barry Bonds unlocked with steroids, only he's done it naturally.
Hey, Derek, it's Doug Rao. Great win last night. It's hard to complain about one of only 2 teams that is at 40 wins right now. But clearly these guys, there are some kinks in the armor. Let's face it, what they're getting out of Rizzo and Glaber, this is the one year, the one Soto year, and they've got to go for it. They got to put the pedal down and push all in. So I'm thinking about a couple of possible fixes. The first one that jumps to mind is obviously Ryan McMahon of the Rockies. The Rockies start irrelevant in the beginning of the year and then get worse from there. McMahon's a lethal lefty bat. He's got a team-friendly contract, and he can play third and first. John Morosi did tweet the other day that the Rockies aren't going to look to trade him, and part of me says, well, yeah, they have to say that, because if they say, we're going to move him, there goes his trade value. But on the other hand, this is also a Rockies team that held on to Trevor Story a couple years ago and took just the compensation picks.
Appreciate the call, Doug. I'm seeing that he can also play second base, so McMahon is somebody who could fill in a number of places. Now, I want to see what DJ LeMahieu can do over the next several weeks, because he's going to be the starting third baseman most of the time. If he's giving you a ton of contact and playing good defense, then I think the Yankees are going to just say, hey, look, we're satisfied with our offense. We're going to roll with it. But if he struggles, Gleyber Torres, we know, is struggling, and Anthony Rizzo has been struggling. That's 3 out of your 4 primary infielders that are struggling offensively. Now, with Rizzo, he got off to a decent start, and we all figured, okay, he's healthy, he's back. But when a guy has post-concussion syndrome, and then you have an extended slump like this, you wonder if it's the reaction time again. You wonder if it's a reemergence of the symptoms. And there's no way to know, because we're not inside his body. We don't have access to his medical stuff. You just have to hope that he puts it together. But if he doesn't, here's a few options. You can move DJ LeMahieu over to first base, right? I don't think they're going to trade Rizzo or get rid of him at all, because he's Judge's friend. He's good for team chemistry. But I could see him on the bench and losing playing time to LeMahieu, who they could slide over to first base. And then you go out and you get McMahon to play third base. That, I think, would be a nice move. You could also play McMahon at first base, but I think DJ is probably a little bit better at first base. Plus, at his age and with his foot mobility, I'd prefer him playing the easier position. And he's not going to be able to play as much because he's older, so that allows you to kind of platoon Rizzo and DJ LeMahieu over at first base, and not a strict platoon righty-lefty, but more of a general, like when one guy's fatigued, the other guy's, rested, that kind of thing. And McMahon can play third base. Gleyber Torres, I just think the Yankees are going to end up hanging on to him until the season is over and he's a free agent, and then they're going to let him walk, because he has had some big hits. He's had some big moments in the postseason, so I think they're counting on that clutch gene reappearing at some point, but personally, I wouldn't count on it. Looking to boost your sports betting game? Meet OddsJam, the ultimate ally for data-driven wagering. With 260-plus sports books, it's your go-to platform. Here's how it works. OddsJam's arbitrage tool spots differences in betting lines, letting you lock in risk-free profits. Plus, optimize bets with a positive EV calculator and track profits with a convenient bet tracker. Try it risk-free with a 7-day trial. Use code RECAPS for 35% off your first month. Link is in the description. Bet smart. Bet responsibly with OddsJam.
This is John from California. You know how we call Little League home run when a guy hits a triple and the outfielder throws it wild and the base runner gets home? From now on, when Giancarlo Stanton misses a third strike by 3 feet, I'm calling that a Little League strikeout.
Giancarlo is so frustrating to watch because the talent and the physicality are immense. He hits the ball harder than anybody. He has massive power. He's so dangerous. But he goes through these periods of time where he just can't lay off of the down and away slider, no matter how far out of the zone it is. And that's just something that he's going to have to overcome. It's going to be frustrating if he continues his downward slide and Jason Dominguez is tearing it up in the minor leagues. Dominguez is hitting .348 on his rehab assignment as a switch hitter with power. He's got 3 home runs. He's 21 years old. He's one of the phenoms in the game. And I feel like his time is being wasted in the minor leagues, while Giancarlo, who, is probably on the back nine of his career, is, struggling. And quite frankly, Dominguez is a better all-around player at this point. And in my opinion, the best players should be on the roster. That's one of the reasons people hate that contract. It handcuffs the Yankees. They're not going to be able to move it. He's got a no-trade clause. It's frustrating. But hopefully, he gets back to being hot nuclear Stanton again, because we've seen him even this season have those stretches where he's really, really valuable. But he also has these long stretches where he can't hit, and it's frustrating, especially when we might have a better option in the minor leagues. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back after the game tonight with TK to talk about the second game of the Yankees-Giants series out west. I'll catch you then.